Welcome to the Menopausal Women's Show for Nutrition, Health, and Wellness. I am Michelle, and as a menopause coach, I work with women to transform their hormone health and well-being to achieve the life they want to achieve. On this podcast, I share research findings on hot topics, talked with other holistic healers, and share my own experiences to empower women to take steps to a better lifestyle. Now, with the new year looming around the corner, yes, I believe it is only 6 weeks to the new year. It's exactly 5 weeks, according to my kids, until Christmas. Okay, many of us are very busy women, and we will want to set new year health and fitness goals. Yet, how can we fit it all in, support our journey, and ensure it's sustainable? But more importantly, if we're already starting to think about it, how can we start doing little bits and bite size to help manage that Christmas feast? So on today's show, we have Fatet, and she is a fitness expert and she helps middle-aged women lose pounds, regain confidence with bite-sized workouts, which is what we are going to delve into today. So welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me on this show. Thank you so much.
So to get us started, just could you be so kind, just share with us a little bit about you and how you found out about the power of the bite-sized workouts?
Okay. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm glad I'm on this show. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Fatet. Okay, my name is pronounced Fatet Anderson.
Fatet.
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 Yes,
Right, I'll
Fatet
remember
Anderson.
that.
Yes. I'm actually 52. And yes, I'm 52. And being in fitness industry, or basically, let's say being fitness, it's been like forever for me. But I never used to understand how it works in terms of what you should be eating and how to exercise and how energetic you should be. But when I used to be a hairdresser before, so I used to hear a lot of women talk about their health, and especially in the days when I used to be in my 30s or my 20s, 30s, and then 40s once upon a time. I used to hear a lot of them complaining, and then after 50s, and I'm like, oh, I'll never reach that because I'm healthy and I'm fit. So when I realized, like, it doesn't mean if you're fit, you eat healthy and you are active, that you are actually healthy. You have to really watch how you eat, how you move, how you exercise. So when I realized that how difficult it is for women to figure out what is going on with their hormones, and being with menopause, people don't really talk about a lot about it because it's something like it's a no-no. But as more I dove into it, and I realized that it's more kind of health related, movement related, sugar related. So all depending on how you eat. For me, it was fruit. I was thinking fruit is healthy and I was eating a lot of fruit, but meanwhile, it was sugar. So when I turned 40, in my 40s, I I went through a midlife crisis by saying that I'm gaining weight, and especially where your mid session. And
Happens to us all.
I'm like, what is this? I'm active, I'm exercising, I'm eating all the right thing. What is happening here? Until I really dove into it more and I realized it's actually what you eat and your hormones. So that's kind of a little bit about me. And being that I discovered how it is, so I said, let me help more women like me who don't really know anything about their hormones and what to do.
Okay, so let's just focus a bit more on your fitness side of things. What are bite-sized workouts and why are they effective for very busy people?
Okay, by side workout is basically like a 15-minute workout. People always think that you have to do work, you have to be at the gym or work out for hours and hours, or probably work out for 2 hours, 3 hours. But meanwhile, you only need 15 to 10 minutes, 10 minutes to 15 minutes
Mm.
a day in the whole day. How many you have that 15 to 10 minute workout you can fit in your daily life. Let's say when you wake up. For me, I think waking up early in the morning and do just a basic squat, for example, or a basic stretch, it's good enough. It's moved you and you are fine. Walking, let's say you're on the laptop every day. Instead of sticking, sometimes we can get overwhelmed by working and say, I have to finish this, I have to finish this, not realizing the whole day you're just sitting on your laptop. But meanwhile, you should actually have a timer which can help you to nudge you a little bit to get up, walk around, and come back to your desk. For example, if you have a call, get up and talk on the phone whilst you're
And
walking.
talk.
Walk and talk. You will get all your steps in by doing that. Sending messages. If it's not on your laptop and you're sending messages, get up and then text. There's always something that you can do. So brisk walking, squats, a quick body workout. That would be the best for you to just add into your daily workout. And then you'll be more consistent because it's not taking that much time in your day because you're always busy and then you have to run and rush out. So that 10 to 15-minute workout, that's what the by side workout means.
And I suppose one of the benefits of that is, as you say, is the consistency, the
Yes.
ease of use because you can do it anywhere,
Yeah.
um, and any time.
Yeah.
Because there's so much available to you. And when I
Yeah.
say that, again, I've been away with work, and yes, I do sometimes go out for a run, but equally, there's YouTube videos that I quickly do, even if it's a stretching or a yoga, because again, I find that the variety is something else that helps with the motivation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, if we were to sort of target, you've said squats, what other sort of like bite-sized workouts would you say would be really beneficial for women to go who are going through the menopause, bearing in mind some of the symptoms that we experience?
Yeah. Well, number one and the most important one is strength training. That you should always do that, strength training. And you can always use your body workout to strength train. It's basically walking, brisk walking. You can squat, jumping jacks, but it doesn't have to be high intensity, low impact. Those are the basic exercise that you can do for now. Without just use your body weight. You don't need any weight to do that. But as you go gradually, you can sort of like go with weight if you can, and that's being consistent if you want. Some people can't really exercise, so it's good if they dance. That's basically exercise and move your body around. That's at least your heart rate is just going up. Your heart rate just have to go up a little bit, and then it's good enough. You don't have to really go crazy with your exercise.
Excellent. So what we've got there, specific benefits, is that strength training, which we know because we lose the muscle mass,
Yeah,
and you need lean muscle mass A to help combat that belly fat because it helps with your metabolism. So that could be quite simply, as you're saying, jumping jacks, walking, squats, and even when we say, and I'm very much to this, is the timing. And I say to women, think about when is the best time for you. Now, for me, it's just get it out of the way first thing in the morning, 15 minutes out of your day. Get up 15 minutes earlier, get it done, sorted, job done. Or if it is that, as you say, a lunch, walk and talk, or
yeah,
even doing a couple throughout the day if you get the chance. I tend to find that part of my bed routine is sometimes I need a yoga stretch, and that again is a form of exercise. So it's brilliant. So you kind of said that the key benefits are they're shorter, they're more frequent. Um, how many should we aim for a week to get sort of like to feel the benefit? Is it daily? Is it a couple of days? Is it 3 times a week?
No, basically, you only need 3 to 5 times a week. That's it. I would recommend when you first start 3 times because if
Okay.
you do it 2 times a week, it's not effective. You're not going to get the benefit of it. But the 3 times a week is it's good. And what you tend to do, you should upgrade more like if it's like three, then four, then 5 times. So in between 50 minutes, 50 minutes, 50 minutes. And what happened? You increase. You have to really increase because what people tend not to do is to increase as they go along. Because if you don't increase, that's how you get stronger. If you just keep in a still, that's not good for you. So you have to really increase.
So just to clarify there, what we're saying is like choose three different things a week to do, and you do it 3 times a week.
Yeah, yeah,
But to then to increase after that, are you saying the following week we should try and do four, or are we saying let's start off smaller bite size 3 times a week for the next 3 weeks, and
yeah,
then we add in a fourth? Because you
yes,
tend to find that once you do it for 3 weeks, it starts to become a habit.
yes,
Then we
yes,
can go, okay, am I ready for it? Because don't forget, we've got life challenges sometimes throw us, and we go
Yes.
back.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So
So 3 times and then upgrade. So we're looking at 3 weeks consistency
yeah.
and then you upgrade.
You upgrade because if you don't, you're not going to see the benefit of it. So it's good to do that, and then it tends to get easier as well.
And then I suppose it is the would we say that it's variety? So it doesn't have to be the same 3, you can vary the different types of bite-sized workouts.
Yeah, it all depends. Sorry, it all depending on your fitness level actually, because I've got a client who she said she can do push-ups, but instead of push-ups, she was not really doing push-ups. She was doing it wrongly. So I told her, I said, listen, let's do push-up this way. Start doing push-up, wall push-ups, for example,
Mm,
standing. So you do wall push-ups and then don't go beyond your fitness level. I will say if you start, just go for 8. If you're not fit at all, 5 is good enough, just 5, or do according to how you think you can do it. Then aim for 8. Then as you're going, gradually, you go 8, 12, then
12,
maximum is 15.
15.
That will be after.
So you can upgrade by doing increasing reps as well.
For example, let's take it like changing the workouts. Let's say you're doing wall push-ups. So your wall push-ups, because you're going to do that for a couple of times, you get used to it. Then you will go down. Probably you do it on the chair. Then as you progress, you go down on the floor. So then you reach, then you do it on your knees. Then the push-ups are going to be on your knees. You progress, then you do it the normal push-ups with straight form. So all that, it will take time. It's not overnight. Rome was not built in a day. So it's going to take some time. And you realize that is long. It's just you building the habit of doing it. That's
Mm,
what we are aiming to. When you build the habit, you see yourself that you are actually, oh, I need to do more. I need to do more. Because I'll give you an example with me. I never used to love lifting weight. And I used to be so scared lifting weight because I used to think I'll be bulky. But meanwhile, it's not that because
it's not that.
we don't have testosterone like men. So
No.
it's later when I realized, I'm like, oh my God. So I started with 5 kilos. Now I go over like 60 kilos. Now I'm carrying, I'm like, oh, this is like nothing. And I'm really carrying now. But it takes time. You need to go gradually. And that is really good for us as we age because it's good for our bones as well. And then we lose our muscle mass. And then we sometimes get this I can't even pronounce.
Osteoporosis.
Yeah, guys, they're a little bit too hard for me. English is not my first language, so that's a little bit difficult to pronounce. Yeah, so that we lose that muscle. So if we tend to build that muscle when we are getting up or we slip, we are quick to react instead of just falling and boom, we just go down without getting up. So that's
Mm.
the reason why you should weight lift as much as you can, but start gradually, slowly.
And I think this is rather key, and I want to get this over to the listeners, okay? Because of the world we live in, okay, and I'm quite happy to be shot down on this. We are in a fast-paced culture. It will
Yeah,
come to New Year, and the first thing you will see across all the social media is, right, do you want to lose the XX pounds? Make it. And I think that is where people get overwhelmed. We then get an influx of new people that are spending huge amounts of money on memberships that they're not going to really use. And this is where I'm saying, particularly to listeners, hang on a minute, right? Let's just stop. We've got a solution here that you can start you off in the new year towards a goal. Okay, that is bite size. Let's get consistency for January. Even if you're doing dry January as well, which clearly I do not do because I don't drink during the week and I'm a parent and I tend to find I'm
I
like,
don't even
oh
drink
my God, no.
coffee.
But if you wanted to couple, go dry January. Let's start off with some health and fitness goals. This is like a free package here. This is a free package where before you do that investment and get in that social media role, what you're saying is just break it down to 15 minutes, 3 times a week, bit of strength training, a bit of walking, okay, and a few squats. And
Yes.
let's start off with that because we're just talking about January at the moment to just get people's heads to start them off for the new year.
Mm.
Let's just do, increase those reps. And
Yeah.
then you go, how does that make you feel? And that was one of the things that I was like, can you just delve in how this bite-sized workouts can improve perhaps symptoms like mood and reduction in anxiety.
Oh, number one, you get a chemical in your body called endorphins.
Yeah,
That will, your mood will just, mood swing is not going to be there anymore. But you need to know that you need to do it, and you need to feel that I need to do it, not that I don't want to do it, and you force yourself to do it. Otherwise, you're not going to feel the effect of the endorphins. I will take myself for example. I've been working out for so long, but I still get that mood of, oh, I can't do this again. I'm going to do this again. But I tell myself, when I go to the gym and when I exercise, or even I don't have time to go to the gym and I do my workout at home, as soon as I do that, my energy just comes back like nobody. So it improves your mood drastically. So it's advisable to do that. If you can't go anywhere, being that it's busy and you're at home and families and all that, you have steps in your house. Just go up and
up
down.
and down.
Keep going up and down, up and down. If not, just up and down, or half the steps and then reverse yourself, go back. That's the easy way. Or even just the beginning of the step, just two steps, one, two, go down, one, two, go down, and use your arms. That's exercise on its own. It's your lifestyle. It's not, you don't need some fancy equipment or gym stuff to really move your body. We've reached an age that there are some certain things that we should be doing and not be doing. But you ask your body, feel your body, and ask your body, can I do this or not? Not sit down and like, I'm not going to do it or I can't do it. Try, but try slowly, because every move you do, there's alternative to it. Just like
Mm,
in squats, just use the chair. Everybody gets up and sit down. So if you can't do it, you can't do squat, I have my chair. I get up, I sit down. I
done.
get up, I sit down. Just how many times? Just count and test yourself. How many times can you do it? If you do it and you feel tired, let's say you do 10 and you're tired, reduce the amount and go less than that. And if you do it every day, you'll be fine.
And I think that's key to also say that, first of all, that helps with your mood and the endorphins and the chemical, but also everything you're saying and the types of exercise will help combat some of that belly fat. Won't be overnight,
No.
not at all, because it's 15 minutes very short. What we're trying
Yeah.
to say here is actually these bite-sized workouts is enabling you, okay, to then see how do you feel, to make sure what I liken to it is, if you look at your health goals and your fitness goals and you look at the whole elephant, you're
Yeah.
not going to you just end up being procrastinating and not achieving anything. Where
Yeah.
actually
That's
it's a bit like myself. I've got a goal next year of an ultra, and I've gone, "Oh, okay." So I've broken it down into a training plan,
mm,
and then I've looked at, okay, my longest mileage I'm gonna have to do is like 34 miles. I'm thinking 34 miles on my own. So then I've gone, okay, let's go and book an event to kind of be with other people, a bit of that motivation.
yeah.
But equally, because my goal is so big, I've had to then look at, right, where can I put in the pockets? Where can I manage that with my lifestyle?
Mm,
But I'm purely blessed because my kids have been with parents that do these events from the time of birth, so they're very understanding.
yeah.
Um, which is another thing. But this is really, to me, where we're going. You've got a busy lifestyle. You could be a shift worker. You could be a parent. You've got your corporate world. You've got your fitness goals. You've got all these emotions as the menopause. How can we bring it together to start it off so that you do not feel like you're setting yourself up for a failure? So I think that's really, really important.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, we've touched on strength training. And the other thing is that we've talked about obviously body weight and some weights. Is there anything else? Bearing in mind, strength training is really key. It helps combat that belly fat, helps with
Yeah.
balance, helps with mood,
Yeah.
lots of different things. Is there any other recommendations you would put out there for, sort of like, in terms of doing a bite-sized workout? Is it just body weight and weights, or are there other forms of workouts that you could do that incorporate strength training that you know?
Well, walking is good, dancing is good, but let me just state on that, because sometimes some people think you work out and you get rid of the belly fat. Really, it is not. It's actually your nutrition. It's how you.
Yeah, it's both. It has to be coupled with
It
both.
has it has to be both. I will say, okay, both of them work together, but the number one on the top is your nutrition, then your workouts. So if your nutrition is dead on point, you can walk your 10,000 steps a day and you will lose weight. So if your nutrition is on point without doing all these crazy stuff and you're consistently doing it, you will lose weight. You cannot say that I'm walking, then you stop for 1 week, 2 weeks, I walk again, or you do it twice a week and then you stop for another week and say, oh, nothing is working. No, you need to do it
Do it
every
consecutively day.
single day. No failure, 10, 10, 10, and even extra. You need to do it for it to happen. Because honestly, people will like, how? We all have six pack. If you want a six pack, we all have it. But what is happening? The fat is blocking the packs. That's why sometimes the bodybuilders, or let's say the bikini builders, when they build their body, they strip their body from the fat for you to be able to see the muscle. And that is how the muscle, we're all tense. But because we are covered with the muscle, it helps us. But after that, that is not sustainable. So they come back to the regular stuff, but then healthier stuff. So we cannot say we're going to do all the time and then we're going to lose the belly fat. It's not
No.
going to, it's the nutrition as well. That
But this is where, and I completely agree with you, is that there is not one pill or one solution that fits everybody for menopause. It doesn't matter. Everybody's menopause journey is unique,
yes,
but it is a holistic, pronged approach.
yeah,
And that is the only way. And that's certainly working with yourself as a fitness coach. If that's one of your first ports of call,
yeah.
is where I go, people, there is support out there, or
There is a
working
lot
with
of,
myself for the nutrition, the energy, and sort of like the more emotional lifestyle style and hormonal balance. Is
yeah,
that if you are struggling, let's start off with some of these bite-sized workouts, small bits. But if
yeah,
you are struggling, then do reach out to people
yes,
that specialize in particular areas.
yes,
So
yeah.
just one last thing. These we've talked about, it gives you, improves your mood, and it helps with some of the other menopausal symptoms. Can these targeted workouts, I suppose, really improve sleep quality? I know that my sleep quality is improved because I do a lot of exercise, but there are lots of women that struggle out there with sleep, through hot flushes, through just like too much in their minds, sore joints. Can these workouts help with sleep?
Yeah, well, I'll be honest with you. It's not going to stop the hot flashes and stop the symptoms that you're going through. You will still have them, but what it does, it soothes and it helps. Instead of taking tablets or instead of taking medication, by you exercising instead of taking a medication, exercising, eating right, that will solve that problem of you. You will sleep and you will sleep soundly as well. And well, we are always stressed in life. Things go on a lot in our life. So there are things that you can do to prevent all that. Probably, let's say if you go to bed at 11 o'clock, maybe an hour before, shut down your laptop, shut down your screen, shut down the TV, just relax, have something in the background. Make sure your room is dark so you can relax and your mind can just shut off. But if you're on your phone and then you say you're going to sleep and then your mind is still working, it's not going to happen. But
No.
if you work out and if you really work out for the day, all you need is peace and quiet, and you're so tired that you find yourself sleeping. Because for me it's worked out, because I can tell when I'm stressed, I'm not stressed. When I'm stressed and I'm not doing the right thing, because I do the wrong thing sometimes as well, I feel like I don't sleep, then I mark it like, okay, I know I've record this and this is what I'm supposed to do, so I've noted it down. So it's good to track what you do and what you don't do to see where you need to pinpoint and sort it out. But there's no point of you saying that I can't sleep, and you're not doing anything about it. But then when your problem gets sort of like you're doing all these things and still nothing is happening, I think supplements can help you as well. Because I take what do you call it? There's some
Magnesium?
no, I always forget the name of that. I'll remember when it comes along. I always sometimes that's the brain fog. That happens as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, magnesium,
Well,
magnesium. Mag
magnesium, yes, which is what I've just said. So magnesium is something that helps, and it is two-pronged because if you are exercising, you do feel that your joints are sore, it does help with that. So it has a lot of benefits.
yeah.
I mean, what an amazing episode. Thank you very much for coming on the show. I
Thank
think
you.
we've got some useful insights for us ladies that are starting out a new year. New year, new me, new adventures. That's what I'm looking at forward to. I have got lots of exciting things planned, lots of different challenges. And first of all and foremost, thank you for just sharing how we can start to do something just so tiny and
Yeah.
achievable, but towards the end of the year could create such wavelengths and goals achieved. So I will include all your details in my show notes of how people can reach you. Like to connect with me to discover how my program can support you, then do book a free discovery call with me via my website, michellewales.co.uk, and also head over there to subscribe to my free ebook. And for everyone listening, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope you enjoyed the show. Do subscribe, leave us a review, and share the podcast. But until next time, we have given you a lot of tips here to empower yourself. Get set, get ready for a brand new 2025 ahead of you.